Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video of this amazing vintage store that I found when I was just in Tokyo recently. I've never been to Japan before. If you haven't been, I feel like you have not experienced shopping until you go there. Their luxury area, Ginza, is out of this world. It blows New York and London out of the water by far. All of their stores like Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, they're all like 8 to 10 stories tall. And of course, every product there, it's something you can't necessarily find in North America. They're offered a lot of unique things or exotic skins that you can't find in Canada or the US, which is normally where I go on holidays. So it was amazing. But anyway, the vintage store I'm talking about in the video, it's called Amore Vintage, and I'll link it below. But one day my boyfriend and I, we were walking around Harajuku just shopping. And if you haven't been there before, I feel like in Toronto, it's kind of like a combination of Queen West meets Soho in New York. So it was amazing. Like, I feel like if you had all the time in the world, you could really find some cool gems there. But anyway, we were walking by this one store and I saw all these old like Louis Vuitton trunks in the window. And then it said something like it was a vintage purse store. So I said, can we go in there? Because it's probably kind of neat to see what they have in another country. Guys, oh my God. When I walked in, my hands were literally shaking. I have never had that feeling walking into a store ever before. This was by far, it was way better than going into a Chanel store because the things in this store were amazing and in pristine condition. Again, like Japanese people, I feel like in general take very good care of things. They're meticulous about everything there, very clean. Like every restaurant you go to, even if it's not a fancy restaurant, they give you a basket to put your bag in so nothing touches the floor. It was amazing. So there was things from the 70s and 80s that looked absolutely brand new. A lot of them will come with the box, the dust bag still. There was so many Birkins, things from Hermes I didn't even know existed. Chanel, like literally every color, every size, every style. It was like it was almost like you found like a pirate's booty of Chanel. It was so amazing. You have to go here. So the first store that I had walked into, they had pretty much every label, but the majority was Hermes, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, I would say. And then as we're walking around, the lady that works there, she's like, "Oh, if you like this store, there's two more up the street that we have, but you know, they're only Chanel stores." I'm like, yeah, I think I would like to go there too. So we went there. You'll see a couple clips, and they really do not like you filming in these stores. Japanese people are very polite, so if you ask, sometimes they will say okay or yes, but you can tell they don't really want to say yes. Like they really don't like telling anybody no. But I didn't want to push the limits. I could tell I was not supposed to be filming, but I had to a little bit just because I was so blown away. But the Amore Vintage, they have a really good Instagram, and they don't necessarily post their prices with the pictures that they show of their stuff, but if you just DM them, they get back to you right away. And I will say the prices were very reasonable. Like with the Canadian dollar and yen right now, it's pretty good. I assumed everything in Tokyo would be way more expensive. So I went there thinking like, oh, I'm probably not going to do a lot of shopping. Like we'll just walk around and see what they have. But to be honest, guys, like in the actual Chanel store, I should have bought this one purse because now that I'm thinking about it, I'll never find it anywhere. And it was actually a pretty good deal. And most of their shoes there, I would say, were about $200 to $300 cheaper than they would be in Canada. It's just some of this stuff was a similar price or maybe a little more expensive, and then some was a lot better deal. So you would really have to know your prices to know if you're getting a good deal or not. But I'm an idiot. Like I assumed this one purse that I saw, I just assumed that they could maybe order it in Canada for me. But the lady at Chanel explained to me here in Toronto, she was like, no, she's like, the director buys all the stuff that we get at certain stores, and we can't order from another store. Maybe this is different in other countries. This is what they said in Toronto. And she said, we're only offered certain items. So when you go to Asia, that's why you're going to see different things. Or for example, in Las Vegas, I know the one Chanel, I forget where it is. It's attached to one of the hotels there, maybe the Wynn, I can't remember. The one Chanel there has a lot of like extreme luxury items, like exotic skins, things you will never see anywhere else. So I guess my lesson learned, if I go again, if I see something I like, just buy it if you think it's a pretty decent price, because chances are you probably won't find that item anywhere else. So, okay, enough blabbing. Oh, one more thing. At the actual Chanel store, I think it was 10 stories tall. The stuff in there, again, like, my mind was blown. Like, it was so amazing. The people there have so much money. Like, the women, oh my God, that were like privately shopping with some of the SAs, like paying with like stacks of cash. Like, it was like that book, Crazy Rich Asians. And they had like private parking at the back that people can just drive into, and then a private elevator takes you to the top where the personal shopper will assist you. Yeah, it was pretty amazing, guys. But anyway, okay, I'll insert a few clips now. So this is a luxury vintage store in Harajuku. And from the window, there's so many Louis Vuitton trunks, Birkin. I always think it's fun to just wonder who owned this back in like the 1800s. Guys, this is like Harry. You don't even know this is like a woman's heaven.
Oh yeah, I'm like completely lost at sea.
Oh my God.
That's what, $4.90. So what was that? $2.28.
Whoa, you can hear the crowd over there. Okay, so this store is a vintage store, but the lady said it's all Chanel inside. And we're still in Harajuku. So this is that. So it's around a little under probably 3,000 Canadian. Oh my God, no, there's another one. I think it's all Chanel again. If you guys ever come to Tokyo, you have to go here.
You see anything here? This is all vintage too, right?
Honestly, this is heaven.
Yeah. They've got like virtually every color you want. Eh?
You can't even go to the store and